I'm Michael.
I'm Hiba.
I'm Ina.
I'm Patricia.
And I'm Tony.
And welcome to America's Most Racist Home Videos. So, we got a great lineup for you today, alright? We got some good clips, some bad clips, some like in-between clips. You know, it's
It's a variety.
It's a variety. And folks, you better buckle your seatbelts because you're in for a ride.
Hi guys, welcome in. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. The weather's great outside. We're just walking around.
Awesome. What can I get started for y'all?
Well, son, what do you want?
I'll have a hot chocolate tall, please.
Awesome. One tall hot chocolate. Can I get a name for the order?
Mikey.
Mikey. Awesome. And what can I get for you today, sir?
Great. I've got all venti soy cappuccino, about 170 degrees, and 2 packets of Splenda right in there. Say, Heba, is that a Heba? Heba. Is that an Indian name?
Actually, no. It's a really common Arabic name. Yeah.
Gotcha. So where are you from?
I was born in Syria.
Gotcha.
Can I have a name for the order?
Oh, John.
John. Is that a Caucasian name?
It's Irish, I think.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Okay.
Daddy, why did she ask you where you're from?
I have no idea, but never been asked that before.
So here we saw some questions that are often asked to minorities, flipped on its head, and we were analyzing what reactions often come about from that.
Pretty
And it can
awkward.
be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay? No? Okay. Good night. Oh my god, Patricia! I think we had our block 2 together.
Yeah, I think so too.
You said you're from Shanghai, right?
Oh.
Isn't that from Vietnam? Yeah, honestly, I love it, man. Me and you, women of color, so powerful. Let's rejoice. Exotic, man. Exotic.
I'm actually from Taiwan, and yeah, I went to high school there. It was really nice.
But it's so weird because your English is so good. You know what I mean? It's so good. I can't even tell you were from Shang, Vietnam, Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I grew up in Maryland, so I spent a little time in Maryland.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Yeah, you grew up in America. That's why you speak English so good. You're really pretty. You have beautiful straight hair and you're gorgeous for a girl from Asia.
Thanks.
Okay, Tony, you should probably wake up now, bud. Okay? Good night.
That was really weird.
I know. And I think that reflects a tendency of a lot of experiences from minorities, romanticizing them rather than just being treated normal. They probably want to be treated.
Yeah, I also think, she's just kind of dumb. So.
Would you like to try some?
Yeah, I'd love to. What is this?
Oh, it's mette. It's a traditional drink I would drink with my grandparents in Syria, and it's very common in the Mediterranean and Argentina. It's an acquired taste. Most people don't like it the first time, but
No, I gotta say, yeah, it does have a special. But I think
you don't have to like it. This is the traditional cup that you drink it in, and this is the perforated straw that you have to use because the hot water needs to be in the herbs this entire time. But yeah,
so cool.
I really love it.
Oh my god, guys, have you tried this can of yerba mate? Oh my god, I'm never drinking coffee again. This is incredible. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Wow. So that was an example of white Americans who tend to disrespect an object of another culture, specifically yerba mate, belittling something important and making it mainstream without recognizing the history and the value to different cultures that an object may have.
Just like kimchi, everyone stop making fake kimchi. Up next, we have some great racist clips for you. Real time, real people, real Warner. So, Will Hazlett, what type of white are you?
I am white. Very quintessential white.
But what type of white?
I don't know what you mean.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
What is your ethnicity?
Okay, I'm Irish. 100% Irish.
Really? You don't look it. Wow.
Cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're white, right?
Yeah, I am.
So you're probably you wear a cross and you're definitely Christian, right? You go to church?
I am Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wear a cross though.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What's your favorite food from your culture?
Porridge.
Porridge. Yes, very culturally significant, indeed.
Yeah.
Amazing. Will Hazlett, what a guy. The quintessential white was great, but what really got me was the porridge. Porridge is a great food from his culture, but it's funny because it's also in my culture. What do you make of this, Pat?
Porridge is in so many different cultures. Not just American culture, and it's just
What kind of white are you guys? Just white. Just white? Just white. Sorry, what ethnicity are you?
Where are your parents from?
Where are your parents from? I mean, generationally, back a long time from, Ireland and Romania, but it's, way back. We've been in America for so long, we're just kind of white. Oh, fun. But, yeah, interesting. You don't look it. That's cool, yeah. What about you?
My parents are American. I'm German, French, English.
French, English. Okay. Your parents are
All white.
Alright, so then you're probably Christian, you probably wear a cross and go to church, right? No. Oh.
Awkward, sorry.
Oh, okay. No, I just figured, because you're white. Alright, last question. What's your favorite food from your culture?
Cheeseburgers.
Grilled cheese. Cheeseburgers, grilled cheese. Nice. Yeah. All right. Okay. That was Haley and Kurt, my favorite couple. What do you guys think about them?
Ina, ask me what I am.
What are you?
Middle Eastern. I'm just saying, when we asked them what white, they just looked at us and said, just white.
Just white.
I don't have to answer that question. What do you mean? What am I? I'm just white. But when someone asks me, what am I can't just say oh, I'm Middle Eastern. But where are your parents from? Where were your parents born? Do you eat pork? Side note.
I just love how it feels my favorite food from my culture.
Cheeseburgers. They're from Germany. So, Ben, what kind of white are you?
What kind of white?
Yeah.
Pretty normal white, I feel like.
Normal white.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then, what's your ethnicity?
I'm white with a little bit of Hungarian in me.
Okay. It's funny you don't look it. So that's cool. Thanks.
Third question?
What is your favorite food from your culture?
From my white culture. Have to go with a hot dog, right? Okay.
So Ben, I think my favorite two parts personally was one when he said his ethnicity
is white with a little bit of Hungarian. And 2, that his favorite food was a hot dog, which again is from Germany. So, neither white nor Hungarian.
Can I be completely honest here? All I was thinking about is how hot dog stands in America like treat their meat so bad. Like, did that not go through your mind? Like, that's nasty. Okay, rethink your choice.
Is the only
What's your
American thing about hot dogs, right there.
Yes.
What type of white are you?
What type of what?
White.
White? Is that a question? I would say I'm just a person from Canada with heritage from France. That's how I describe my white.
Oh, sick. So you're like French?
So yeah, my heritage of my parents are from France, and I'm French Canadian.
Yeah, nice. You don't look it. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you're white, right? So
Yeah, that's how I would describe myself physically.
So you're probably like Christian and like wear a cross and go to church, right?
I do not.
Interesting. I wouldn't expect that. Okay, last question. What's your favorite food from your culture?
From my culture, poutine. Poutine's from
Fuck
Quebec.
yeah, okay, yeah.
That's an easy answer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're the only person that has an answer because you actually have a culture.
So, Alex Leclerc, Cece's sweetheart, what do we think about him?
He's cute.
Oh, wow. He had very good, he knew where he was from. Yes, I was surprised as an interviewer, in a good way, because he had every answer that for every question that we had, which based off the other interviews, was not going too well. So.
What kind of white are you?
I don't
Okay,
really
no,
know how
that's
to
cool,
answer
that's
that
cool, that's
question.
cool. Okay, then.
I'm from a super, everyone where I live is white.
Okay.
In a very rural way, a very poor way.
Oh, I kind of more meant like what your ethnicity, like your background.
Oh, Western.
Like what kind of white? Okay.
Western, just.
Oh, you don't look it. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's nice. So does that mean you're probably like you like wear a cross and you like go to church, like you're a Christian, right? What's that like?
I'm not those things.
Wait, then what are you?
I'm not religious. I come from a religious background though. Fair assumption.
Is it Christian?
Yeah. I got this tattoo when I was 18 years old.
Hey! What's your favorite food from your culture?
We were just laughing about it because it was like, I don't know, I don't really have a culture. It's just like, I'm kind of French. I like that. I don't know what that means. I don't.
You like escargot then? You must like frog legs.
Yeah, this is, I mean, yeah. I know what's going on.
So that was Chaz. Chaz was clearly very awkward about the questions. And it made me feel a little awkward, but is it bad that I also laughed a lot at him?
I like watching white people be uncomfortable.
Wow.
I think that what? No, it's an important thing. I think that he didn't know how to act because when you're white, you don't get those questions. But if you're if you look at least a little bit like you have some sort of like ethnic background that's not white, you have to know the answer because you will be asked that every single day. And if you don't know the answer, people are like, "How do you not know how you like what you are?
Yeah.
Like what are you?"
It's kind of funny how it just looks so awkward. He was like, oh,
He
like
kept
he
touching
like
his neck and like looking out the window.
yeah, like trying to like I don't know, think of like the best answer, but I'm like,
That there's no best answer. Like, what are you? You know what I mean? Like, I can't change what I am. I can't like, but they can. They can be like, oh, I'm just not religious, and but like,
Alright, so, that was all fun and games. That was kind of funny some parts, but in reality, a lot of the things that they said were problematic. So now, what does everyone think? We're opening the discussion. What do you guys all think about that?
Like the funnier videos that we showed before, these kind of demonstrate what would happen if we turned questions that are often asked to minorities around towards white people, and seeing the confusion that results from that action.
Exactly. So like asking what kind of white are you is like someone asking me, oh, what kind of Asian are you? And I immediately have an answer, I'm Korean. But none of those guys had any answers immediately, except for Alex, you know, hats off to him, I guess.
Yeah, but at the same time with Alex, like being French Canadian isn't like a risk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, who hates a French Canadian? You know, like, no, I'm serious. Canadian and French people aren't victims in America.
Yeah.
So I feel like even his answer was like, and he said it, he was like, French Canadian, like, he knows that's cute, you know, like, he knows that's, like, cool, you know what I mean? But, like, when I say, I'm Middle Eastern, I'm like, I hope he doesn't have, like, a MAGA sweatshirt, like, or, like, I hope this person doesn't have, like, you know, prejudice against Middle Easterners, because that's dangerous. Like, I'm actually scared sometimes, like, when I'm at work, when someone wants to know, I can't, you know, like, I'm stuck in a position where I'm like, do I tell them what I am, or do I just say, I don't know. There's literally nothing I could say that would be safe, and I think that that's the distinction to be made with Alex, but I think I think he knows what his cultural background is, and I think he might be connected to it, because he did say poutine, so that's a French thing.
Another thing I found...
It's a
Canadian thing. Another thing I found interesting was that, like, American culture, you know, when you ask them about, like, what's your favorite food? They're like, you know, all the favorite foods that they have come from different cultures beforehand. And it's just, like, goes to show that America really likes to take other people's cultures and incorporate it into their own and then call it American. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, the answers we got for food was... hot dogs. We got hot dogs, we got cheeseburgers, we got porridge. Those are like quintessential American, well, not porridge, but that's just will. But those are, you know, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, and grilled cheese, I guess, are like quintessential American, but they're not originally from, you know, the United States, not truly American culture. But if someone was to ask someone, like a minority, like not from the US, then it should be expected that they have an immediate answer for a food from their culture. Also, another thing about, like, that when we ask, like, what religion you're from is because, like, when you look different or, like, when you're a minority, you immediately assume that, like, oh, certain races have, like, certain religions, that everyone follows that. Which is interesting. Like, Kiva, do you have anything to say about that?
Do I have anything to say about that? When I, like, first came to America, I remember, like, being asked all the time by adults, are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? Are you sure you can eat that? It has pork in it. And I was like, I eat everything. Like, I'm a big girl. And, like, I didn't understand why they were asking me these questions. And I get asked if I'm a Muslim all of the time. And the only backing they have to ask me that question is because they see me. They either know I'm Middle Eastern, they either heard it from somewhere, and then they're like, oh my God, Middle Eastern, whoa. You're looking to be comfortable with the answer that I give you, and that's not fair to me.
And it's funny, you know, every question that we asked all of these people, if we asked that to you, you know, it would be a completely different conversation. These people, they're allowed to hesitate, they're allowed to, you know, be confused and feel uncomfortable and awkward because they don't know the answer. They're not used to being asked these things.
Another funny, just like white person that doesn't like have to conform to their culture.
It's,
and they're like expected to do that.
Being not white, you have a script that you go to for certain questions that you're asked. And for me, at least, a lot of these questions, I have go-to answers for them always.
And I've never thought about that. And I, as a white person,
Neither
I've
have
never
they.
noticed any of these
So,
things, and
except Alex.
except Alex.
Kudos.
At times, I actually had to apologize for asking.
Yeah, for
certain
making them
questions.
feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
When you have to like apologize, when I was asking people these questions, I felt awkward when I said, "Oh, you don't look like whatever ethnicity they said," but that was to make a point because when people say that to me, they say, "Oh, you don't look Korean." You know, I just have to shake it up and be like, "Yeah, well, I am." So sorry, but you know, when I ask them, "Oh, you don't look like you're Irish," then they are like, "Oh, well then." So, you know, but I shouldn't have to apologize because, you know, they don't apologize to me when they ask me, like, or say that I don't look like my race or ethnicity. So, the takeaway from this.
take into consideration, like, the questions that you're asking.
Yeah.
And, like, how you should be able, like, the questions that you're asking to other people, you should be able to answer, like, you know, as well. And, like, just because someone looks different, like, don't put your assumptions of what they are onto them. Like, help make them share with you what they want to share and just be receptive of that.
I'm Michael.
I'm Heba.
I'm Ina.
I'm Patricia.
And I'm Tony.
And this is
America's
most racist home videos. Well then.
Hi, Jamal.